Innovators, bruh. What's going on?
Yes, sir. What's going on? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Thank you for connecting with me though, man. For real.
Nah, I'm glad we was able to do this, man. It's a pleasure. I'm excited to be here.
Hell yeah, man. I'm actually glad that we're doing it, bro. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Something different. You feel me? I'm usually interviewing an artist, even though we are artists. I'm saying now I'm interviewing the interviewer. You feel me? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's dope for sure.
So for those that don't know, let's just say if they don't know, if they never watched the show, let us know who you are, bro.
Man, I go by the Innovator. I got the YouTube channel Innovators TV, interviews, vlogs, behind the scenes content, video reactions. Mainly interviews is my thing, but like we try to encompass all different types of content.
Yeah.
I used to even do the behind the interview. I haven't done one of those recently, but I will be back doing that soon. Just I was trying to give the fans more of an insight of like what goes into me preparing for the interview because I
Dope.
feel like you never really see
You
what we
don't.
go into.
Hell
It's a
no.
lot that goes into it, you know.
Hell yeah. Especially those phone calls or those chat, those messages, man. That they can
Nah, for
get.
sure. The back and forth be a
Yeah.
lot sometimes. I'm sure you know all about that for sure.
Hell yeah. I'll be like texting somebody, and next thing you know, they send me a voice chat, and I'm like, let me hear this, and I'm like, what? So you know what I'm saying? It gets tricky out there.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So innovators, man. Look, um, I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan at the same time. I like watching the show, bro. You got some dope segments, dope shorts, and dope interviews, bro. From the gate. But what made you want to start doing it?
Um, that's a good question. Basically, when I was starting out, before I even started out, I was moved to LA to finish college. So
Yeah,
I was out here at Cal State Northridge, and around that time, I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do for real because I really didn't know.
yeah,
And you know, like when you about to graduate college, everybody's like, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
yeah,
What are you
yeah,
going to do?" And
yeah.
I'm like, I have no clue. So I got an internship at Power 106.
Okay.
And so I was watching the LA Leakers every night,
Right.
bring in all type of guests. And I was also like hella fascinated at the LA love they was showing because I'm like, a lot of times you don't always see that from like a big like
Yeah.
radio station, but they was bringing in a lot of LA talent. I remember I met Don Kennedy while I was there. I met Rick
Wow.
Ross. Like I met a
Damn.
lot of different people. I met
Yeah.
SZA before she was
Okay.
even as big as she is now. Like I met a lot of people
Yeah.
just being there, and from there I ended up getting an internship at another station.
Yeah.
I mean a job at another station from my internship because they vouched for me.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, they pretty much was like, "Look, you could if you want to do whatever you want to do content wise." Like I first started out doing a sports show
Okay. What?
because I was a college football player. Like I played football my whole life, so I love
Yeah.
sports.
Okay.
But I had a homie, he a Oakland rapper. We went to high school together. C5.
Yeah.
C5 wanted me to interview him. At first, I didn't really know if I was trying to interview artists.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me like, "Do it, you should do it." And then I
Yeah.
did it, and I kind of after I did it, I liked it, and I was like, maybe we got some here.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
And that's kind of how it started off. And then of course, like a snowball effect, it started off kind of small. I wasn't really interviewing anybody, and then
Yeah.
it's funny when I started, people were saying like, you only interview people from the Bay, and I was just like, is that like a diss? Because like
Yeah.
those are the people I grew up with. So
Right.
who am I
Right.
supposed to interview?
Right.
And it bothered me at first because I was like, damn, people are talking shit. People are never satisfied. But then I started to realize, like, use that to your advantage because the more everybody's tuned into the Bay, whether they want to admit it out
Right.
loud or not. So
Hell yeah.
even interviewing a lot of Bay artists started to give me LA artists. It started to give me people even outside of California. So like
Yeah.
that was just the start, like that was
Right.
the initial
The
like
kickoff.
kickoff into how it like started to develop into what it is now.
Right. And it's dope, man. Cause when I do watch the shows, I be like, man, the what the not only the questions that you ask, but how it's delivered, and it's not just the artist. Sometimes you be having like a crew of cats up in there, and then they'll
Yeah,
interject and be like, "Hey, bro, that's not no. You got to do it like this," or they say
yeah,
something like, "Oh, okay." It's like,
yeah,
but it's dope because that's how usually like the Bay Area, and I'm sure a lot of other places they be rocking during interviews. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see that side.
yeah.
You don't
Nah,
see
nah, for
that.
sure. I think one thing about like me, I always wanted it to be like genuine, and I didn't want it to be like. I always wanted the people to feel comfortable. So like,
Right.
you never, I never really know what I'm gonna get in the interview. Like, it depends on the person, but like, I
Yeah,
think I've made such a comfortable space for the artists that like when
yeah,
they do come, a lot of times you see sides of them that you've never really seen before,
yeah.
and I
It's true.
think that's why a lot of people was gravitating towards it, especially
Okay,
early on, because they were like, "Wow, like it's different. It's a little different."
it is. It is, man. It is. But it's dope, and I like it. What as far as the interviews from the Bay though, which one has been, I guess, your most favorite? You have a favorite?
uh, I would say not really, but I would say not even because like I feel like I'm happy with all of them, but I feel like a lot of the times
Yeah,
why I never started to pick favorites was because like even when I would do like top five lists in the Bay, people
yeah.
all there's no way that somebody can't be upset with you that you
Man,
weren't their favorite. I'm like,
I
look, this
know.
is just my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
favorite, I'm a
And I,
really, I'm a,
I hate to put you on the spot. I hate to put you
I'm a
on the
really,
spot like
I'm a
that.
really, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna say I have a couple favorites for different reasons, but I would say as of recent, my
Yeah,
favorite had to be Jay Diggs,
yeah,
and like for the reason it's really outside of the interview. Like
yeah.
this man, Jay Diggs, a hard guy to to catch up with because he always on the move. He doing and moving.
Tell me.
That's his thing. So that interview basically I saw Jay. It was the time the Warriors was playing the Lakers in the playoffs, and I had seen Diggs was out here. So I
Yeah,
DM'd him like, "Yo, Diggs, if you got time while you out here, let me
yeah.
know." And mind you, I had tore my Achilles playing basketball, and I had got
Oh,
surgery, so I
damn.
was on a knee scooter. And I said that to Diggs on what Saturday night. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sunday morning, Diggs DM me back like, "Yo, I'm at the airport, but my flight got delayed and I got some extra time. We
Dang.
could knock it out." He said, "Are you near Burbank Airport?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Burbank." I'm like, "That's right by my house." So I picked him up from the airport, let him know, like, "Yo, I'm on a knee scooter. Don't be freaked out when I come and I'm on a
Right,
knee scooter. You feel me?"
right.
And
So you sit there
basically,
cruising.
we went to my studio, and this man missed his whole flight because he was
Wow.
like, "I'm rocking with the interview. Let's keep it going."
Yeah.
Canceled his flight.
Wow.
We ended up kicking it. Like, got some weed. Went and had lunch.
See?
Watched some more basketball games, and like this man, like I couldn't walk. This man literally was opening my door for me, helping me get out, pull the scooter
Damn.
out my car. Like
Wow.
shit like that mean the world to me. Like,
Yeah.
cause he
Yeah.
don't gotta do that shit. So I
Nah,
feel
for
like
real.
that was like one of my favorite. And then, like the interview was amazing. Like, and it got a
Yeah.
lot of views. But
Yeah.
to talk to him outside and get his story and figure out like
Yeah. That's special.
why he is who he is, like those are
Yeah.
memories that like not a lot of those are things that not a lot of people say they did or
Right.
will do ever. So
Right.
like that was a special moment for me, and I would say that was a lot of the interviews I did while I was injured. I have like a special place in my heart because it was just like a tough time
Yeah.
mentally. So
Right.
like the fact that I was still getting out the house and I was still able to get shit done, like
That's
those
dope.
interviews will always have a different like type of place for me. But
Yeah.
Jay Diggs was special for sure, and then the time we got to spend after, it was
Yeah.
a it was a pleasure for sure.
Damn, that's dope, man. So he missed his whole flight, bro. So he had to reschedule your shit.
This man got a hotel and stayed in LA for the night. Like he
Wow.
he did a lot just for me, and I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
most people. I would say 95% of artists wouldn't have did what he did.
Nah, for
And I
real.
and that's why I feel like I had to you have to be
Ca-
knowledgeable of when somebody goes out their way for you because a lot of times that doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't, bro. And you're right, because I'm still trying to connect with Diggs, man. It's funny.
It's
His
hard, bro.
it is
It's
his I
hard.
his IG used to be called, I think it was Diggs Does It Moving or some shit like
That's
that.
what
And
it is.
yeah,
Yes,
that dude does
he might
moving.
have changed it, I think, but he always doing it moving. Like hard guy to get in contact with. And he
Yeah,
told me when I linked with him, he was like, "You already know, like it's hard to get in
yeah,
contact with me." I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah, it
It
is
is for
extremely
real.
hard." Like, and but yeah, so that was a special moment for me for sure. I'm not gonna lie,
That's
it was
dope, man.
special.
Thank you for sharing that shit, bro. Because seriously, that's always a hard question for people, like you said. But okay, let's do it this way though. Okay, so which one is your least enjoyable interview? And I hate, hey, I don't. If you
No,
let me know,
I have a great answer for you. I'm not gonna say anybody's name specifically,
right?
but what I will say in general, just as just in a broad spec,
Yeah,
what the worst interviews for me are when people just come like off too much drugs, like they're just not able to speak properly. They're
yeah,
not like fully like aware. Like
right.
I'm like I like, and I'm not. You feel me? Do what you do. Like I'm not promoting drugs, but like whatever is your fix
Yeah,
to get you comfortable to speak in front of camera, because everybody not comfortable. Handle what you got to do. But if it's
yeah,
gonna compromise your motor skills and like you can't speak properly and you're not able to keep your eyes open or
right.
like you're like
Don't.
scratching hella much, like to me, those are my worst ones because I'm like, it's my job to pull it out of you, but when you in
Yeah,
this condition, it's so
can't
hard
do
to
it.
pull it out of you. I don't really
Yeah,
want to do it no more.
that's true, bro. Damn. But you okay? So have you ever had one of those awkward moments like those? What's that one where who's the artist? Was it Baby or I forget who it was? Where he came in, and he's like, "Are you done? Or are you finished?" Like, have you ever had any of those moments?
Ah, not really, not really. I would say not really. I never had like nobody walk out of an interview ever,
Right. Neither
which
have I.
I'm
But
blessed. But like, see, people don't always realize with me, like, I can say for myself, I'm not sure what everybody else does with me. Like, people know I ask difficult questions and I ask questions about beef and controversy and shit.
yeah, yeah,
But all the time, before every interview, I ask the person,
yeah,
what do you not want to discuss? These are my more controversial questions. Are you
yeah,
comfortable with these?
yeah.
And if they tell me no, you won't see it in the interview. If they
Right.
tell me they don't give a fuck,
It's gone.
yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
And I'm not
I'm, of
gonna ask in a disrespectful way, but like you, just like you know, just like I know, the fans want to know what's going on,
course.
and that's our job at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And I tell them, I personally don't care what the beef is. It's
Yeah.
not about me though. This is my platform. I'm
Yeah.
out here doing interviews on hip hop and the music scene. So we, especially if an artist is posting about the beef or they're
Yeah.
addressing it, you
Man.
can't be you can't be mad when the interviewer asks you about it.
And that was gonna be my next question too, because I don't know what it is about the Bay, man, or in California in general, but there's a lot of beefs going on, right? But it seems like the East Coast and Midwest, they're okay with talking about it. Whenever they get involved with it, they're just like, "This is what it is what is that." When it comes to us, it's kind of like, "Oh no, I want to keep that on the down low. I don't even want to discuss it."
See,
Why?
and that's I would say with the younger guys, they're less likely to talk about it just on wax. But like it's not like we don't know who you're already talking about in the songs. But like for example, the OGs, they usually don't mind
Oh,
talking about it. The Bayer OGs don't really mind. But like I will say this though, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Fab because
yeah,
I've done 2 interviews with Mr. Fab and like I've asked about people that I personally might even know he had an issue with. But even
yeah,
if he had an issue with these people, he never bashed them. And that's the
yeah.
thing about and it's all about how you go about it because just because you have an issue with somebody don't also mean you gotta let the world know.
No,
But
right, right.
sometimes I feel like I would like to see the artists speak on their issues more, especially if it's just like a rap beef. You feel me?
Yeah,
Because we hear the shots in the songs, so it's not
no,
like
yeah,
it's like the people aren't as naive as you would think. Like a lot of
nah,
times they know exactly what's going on. So
and especially with Google now too, they'll just look it up, and then they'll see.
exactly. So it's like you might as well just own it at this
Yeah, yeah.
point.
And it
That's
puts us
how I
in a
feel.
hey, they puts us in a hard position because then they're like, how come he didn't ask, or how come he didn't continue on asking, or because that's why people like to tune in too. You feel me? Like,
People tell me that all the time, like, oh, you should have kept asking questions about it. I'm like, one thing about me, when I ask someone about a situation, I don't
yeah,
like to pick at it. I
I
let you
know.
give me what you give me.
Yeah,
If I feel like there's room for that, I'll do it. But if not, usually I feel like people say everything that they want to say when you ask them about it.
yeah,
Like there's
yeah,
not like it's not like they're whatever they don't want to say, they just didn't say. You know?
yeah, yeah. I think what's funny with my situation when that happened, bro, is when I had DB on the line when he dropped that um with that video with CML,
Yeah,
and I got him on the line. I wanted to talk to him about it. He refused, and I'm like, man, DB, this is like the next hit him up. Man, you got to talk about it.
yeah,
And we know where all that went, but man, that was just a hard discussion to have because I was like, man, we're on the phone. Let's do it. Let's. And he didn't want to do it, man. So I can totally
man.
understand.
I feel like see I asked him about this the situation with Filthy Rich,
I
and
know.
that kind of like to me it kind of blew out of proportion on my end because people it was like I guess like the reason I originally asked and I've been wanting to address this actually because
Yeah.
I had seen DB do a podcast and he was kind of saying how it was my fault and I'm like the
What?
only reason I ever asked DB about Filthy Rich is because he made a comment on my YouTube on my Instagram when I posted a picture with Filthy because I didn't even know they had no issue.
What?
But when when he made the comment, I was like, damn, okay. Well, now I gotta ask you.
Right. Yeah.
Then it ended up turning on me that I was starting up a beef. I'm like, this all started from a comment that he made on my
You made.
Instagram. And
Yeah.
like I told DB this is nothing I haven't told him, but I told him personally, like when
Yeah.
I was in high school, everybody was playing DB. And I said this in an interview, like
Yeah.
when we was in high school, we was all big fans of you. Like I would never want an artist to feel that I'm
Yeah.
trying to stir up their beef. I'm like, usually if I'm asking you about something, I got it from somewhere. I'm just
Yeah.
not pulling stuff out my ass. Like, you feel
Right.
me? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
making it up.
No.
Like, I
No.
would
You.
never do that. I would never
Yeah.
make something up. Like, that situation all started from a comment that he made on my Instagram. And that's why I asked him about it. And of course, when I asked him about it, Filthy Rich is not someone who doesn't shy away from talking about beef. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
he'll talk about it. So then when he said what he said, now controversy is done. This been going on for some. Now it's been shots going on for years off
Crazy.
this interview, off the
That's crazy.
interviews back and forth. I'm like, that was never what I would have wanted. That was never what I thought was gonna transpire. Like
Yeah.
all of our comment on my Instagram, but like I was saying,
Yeah.
I'm an interviewer. You were about to do
I
an
know.
interview. You leave the comment. I literally, if you go to that interview, you can see like I read the comment word for word of what he
Yeah.
said, and I was like,
Wow.
"Can you speak on this, please?"
Damn.
And now just kind of what it was. So, but yeah, like I did want to say that because I'm like, it's not that situation is not my fault, and I didn't cause that. Like, did I? I just addressed what had been brought to my attention. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and one thing about me, I don't pick sides. Like I'm not even involved. So at the same time, what I do is so. For example, if someone comes and says something about you on my platform, when you come do your interview with me, I'll give you the floor to say what you want to say. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna. That's what an interview is supposed to do. Like I'm not
That's
gonna
it.
let you say one thing and bring them here and be like, nah. But like, if someone never spoke, and I will say, I'm like this as well. If I brought you here and I know you have some shit going on, and you told me you don't want to talk about it, I won't ask this person about it because you never said nothing about them. So
Yeah.
why is that
Yeah.
a topic for us? Then
Yeah.
that would be me starting up some shit. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yep.
That's always been my rule. Like,
That's
and those are
dope.
just my morals as an interviewer, and everybody's different because you can go do an interview with somebody else and you didn't ask them about anything or they didn't say anything about the other person. The other person
Right.
come, now they asking them about the beef.
Yep. Yep. I'm glad you brought it up though, because sometimes you know what I'm saying. A lot of people, especially if they're watching, they don't understand your side of it. You know what I'm saying? Th- yeah, yeah. They don't understand it, bro. It's kind of like why why didn't why did you do this? Or at the end of the day, you're the main reason why it actually happened, but not the funk, but the actual interview. So, but I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, nah, it's like a lot of times the interviewer gets the backlash from a beef stirring up, and it's like, damn, do you think I just made this shit up? And they start talking about it. I'm like, well, don't you think I got it from somewhere?
I
But
know.
I had to a lot of when I first started out, I was big at looking at comments,
Yeah,
and I was always trying to see what people were saying and did they like it or not. Now I don't look at the comments at all
yeah,
because that doesn't matter to me. Like I'm not people.
yeah.
I know. I just know. I don't get too high when people love it, and I don't get too low when people hate it.
Right.
I know people are gonna always love it and hate it. It's just
Yep.
what it comes with the
It is,
territory.
and
Um,
it's content though. At the end of the day.
yeah, my goal is to do the best interview I can do.
Right. Right. And they have been, man. Um, Here's the question though. Innovators, the actual logo. What's the meaning behind it, bro? Like,
Got you. That's a good question as well. So, basically, it's a rocket in the brain, and basically, oh, it's behind me. Yeah. So
yeah,
basically, when I was trying to create my, it took me. Let me say this first. It took me a couple of years to figure out what I wanted my logo to be, but I
okay,
always knew I wanted to start something around the innovators, the
yeah,
idea of innovators.
yeah, yeah,
So basically, in 2014, no, yeah, 2013, excuse me, my big cousin died.
damn,
He was running on the
all
beach and he collapsed. And so basically, my uncle said something at the funeral where he said use this moment as basically he was telling a story like when a rocket goes into space and before it takes that boost into the atmosphere, it lets a
yeah,
piece of it go. And he said
yeah,
to use this moment as the boost for your rocket ship to propel you to do what's the next big thing for you to
cool.
do. Whatever you need this extra push for, use this bad situation as that boost for you.
Yeah,
So I knew from that moment on that my logo had to have a rocket in it because I just feel like in life, throughout life, you'll always have moments that are that boost that are whether it be
yeah,
it don't got to be as bad as somebody passing away, but there's always moments where you need just a motivational boost. But the rocket always reminds me of my cousin and what my uncle said, and the rocket, the image of the rocket has always been something very close to me, just personally because of that reason. Because I
that's
love
dope.
what he said. Now the brain came in handy because when I wanted to have the rocket, I just didn't want a general rocket. I wanted it to be different, and I was
Yeah,
like, "What innovators brain? The brain is what powers the ship, so that
sure.
will help us reach past the stars, help us think outside the box. The brain is the engine. So with the
Yeah,
innovators brand, I always wanted to be to use my mind and my creativity to push me to the next level.
yeah. Sorry about that.
So now you good. So yeah, that's where the brain comes from. Basically, the brain is the power. The brain is what pushes
Yeah,
us to the next level. Trying to be creative, trying to think outside the box. So that's why I had the brain there. And but it's hella funny. I didn't know what I wanted to be for years, like I was saying. And one day, I was working at the radio station, and something clicked in my brain about find a image of a rocket. So I found
okay,
the image. I found this image of a rocket. I traced it on a piece of paper. Then I found that image of a brain. And when
right.
I aligned the two pieces of paper,
Wow,
it,
this
it
shit
matched perfectly.
is man.
It matched like this is real shit. It matched perfectly. Two random pictures I found. When I aligned them up, it was like perfect, and it was that. And I was
That
like, I got it. and that I sent it to my boy. He digitized it. He made it a thing, and it was a wrap after that. Because
Dope.
with a brand, I mean, with a brand, like you need a logo, you need some type of,
Yeah.
you need some way to identify yourself
Yeah.
from everybody else, and
Yep.
yeah, like
Got
that's how that came about.
that's dope, man. I like it. I see. I see you got the huh? But
Yeah,
you got some clothing lines on it going behind. Is
yeah.
that the
This
next?
this right here, 101. My boy made me this, but I do got some new merch dropping soon. My
Dope.
last merch I dropped is sold out, and I haven't really kind of been pushing the merch, but I will be dropping some new stuff in the summertime, and hopefully I get the same results as last time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a dope era innovators collabo or something. You feel me?
Hey, for sure, that would be crazy. I gotta tap in with Fab.
Shit, just tap in, bro. Let's do a Bay Area Compass Innovators and Dope Era one,
Come
bro.
on,
Why
let's
not?
do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it for sure.
Right on, bro. Right on. Okay, man. So that brings me to the next question, bro. Um, as far as the interviews go, I mean, who is the interview or who have you not interviewed that you want to interview?
You talking like just in general, or like in the
In,
Bay,
in,
or
in general, in the Bay. Okay, let's do both of them. Let's do two-part question in the Bay
in
and
the
in general.
Bay? The Bay is like the ghosts, like E40,
Yeah,
Too Short.
yeah.
I was actually supposed to interview E40 in like 2016, I believe, or 20, no, maybe like 2018, but it got canceled.
What?
Too, it got canceled, but it wasn't booked through me. It was like booked through the station I was working at,
Yeah,
but it ended up getting canceled for sure. I'm not even sure why, still to this
yeah.
day. But
He's a busy man.
for sure,
Yeah.
legend. E40 Too Short. MC Hammer.
Oh, damn, man. That
Um,
right there, Hammer. Sheesh. Yeah,
Hammer. Who else? Uh, G Easy for sure. Larry June.
yeah,
Um,
man.
probably some more OGs like who I was just thinking about the other day. Ah, it slipped my mind. But some more OGs, just like Bay Area OGs, like for sure. I still gotta do one with San Quinn, Messy
Yeah.
Marv.
Hey, that's yeah,
Messy Marv. I just seen History of the Bay did a phone interview with Messy Marv. Crazy.
yeah,
It always amazes me cause like with the interview shit, you gotta have some connections. So it's
yes,
like, who do you know to get Messy Marv on the phone? I was like, bow my head to that one because
yeah,
I couldn't pull that off right now.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I gave Drex his credit, man. I've been rocking with Drex for years, even promoting this music because before we were really huge on pushing music for artists and stuff like that with the Compass. Originally, we're still that kind of platform, but at the same time, though, now I'm trying to take a little next step on doing these interviews. But Marv, man, I've been rocking with Marv for years, and now after that interview dropped too, everyone was hitting me up about speaking about it and this and that. So I'm like, man, I haven't even talked to Drex about it, but you're right. That was a nice little twist. I never seen that one coming at all.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. That
Yeah.
was dope. That was dope one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'll be a dope ass interview to get Marv, man. That he's definitely one of our OG, one well respected, and those also too kind of hated as well. So, man,
Yeah, I feel like that interview. If I did that interview, it would definitely be over 2 hours because I just
yeah,
all the people that I've interviewed that have talked about mess, good and bad.
I
I'm
know.
like, shit, it's gonna be a lot of stuff to go over.
Yeah,
Like, it'll probably be a long list of stuff to talk about, but that would be a dope one for sure.
yeah.
I
What
don't know
about
if
it?
I said Kamaya, but Kaylani too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, man. You brought it up a good point too, man. That would be dope. Actually when you interviewed a Fab, I think he's the one that had the most, uh, the realest answer to the messy Marv question that you asked. Um, but I don't know.
who you talking about?
When I think that's when you interviewed Fab, right? And you asked Fab about a
Oh
messy Marv.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bessie a legend for sure. Like
yeah,
legend. Like, and I think with being an artist, it's always gonna be mixed reviews on a person. But like
yeah.
one thing about Mess, even no, even people that dislike Mess can't deny his status as a
No,
rapper
yeah,
and his impact on the music. career on the West Coast and in the Bay Area. Like no one
Yeah.
denies that, you know?
Nah, he took it there, bro. He took it there, especially when people didn't even think he was going to. He still straight up took it there, bro. Even to
Yeah.
this crazy, crazy. What about in general though?
Big for me probably like Wiz Khalifa, Gucci Man, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, like the Lil Babies, the Dirks, like that's always been my thing. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah, how to connect it.
how to connect to those people. But like I feel like when I started the innovator shit, I knew it wasn't like something I felt like it had to blow up in a year or had to blow up in 2 years. I
Oh
want to
hell no.
keep this forever. So it's like if it takes me 5 or however many years to get to that point, that's cool. I just want to work for it. Like
Yeah,
I feel like I'll meet the right people along the ways, but like I think it's just about never giving up on yourself. So
that's true.
I don't. I believe it will happen in due time. Like I still
Yeah.
interview like some crazy people that you probably would have never thought I got to. Like RP Lil Key. I had Lil Key for an interview, which was like
What?
random as fuck for me. Pee Wee
How'd you get that?
Longway. Somebody connected me with him. Who connected for me from him? Somebody in the Bay actually connected me with Lil Keys. Um, the name is slipping my mind right now.
Man,
I think it's my guy in one promo. Yeah,
what?
yeah. He connected me with Keys. And Pee Wee Longway. This is a funny story right here. I never think I ever told this story, but the day I interviewed Pee Wee Longway, I was working at the radio station, and basically they were like, "Hey, we have this guy trying to come here to do an interview, Pee Wee Longway, and nobody wants to do it. Do
What?
you mind doing it for us?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, what?" Like,
Right.
and basically, I had another friend that passed away. Name was Tucson. He's from Dallas, Texas. He kind of I knew about Pee Wee, but he was like a Pee Wee fan like.
Right.
And I told Pee Wee Longway about this when I met him, but I was like, I knew that I had when they told me about Pee Wee, I was like, I gotta do it. Even if I didn't want to do it, if I had something to do, I had to do it for my boy. Like,
Right.
and that's how that one. But like Troy Ave was another one. People would
Oh
never.
yeah.
It just like when you doing it, and like I guess being in LA sometimes can help you out because people are always are just coming here. I think
Yeah.
that was like sometimes people ask me like, do I feel like I would have got the same interviews in the Bay? I'm like maybe majority of the Bay artists, maybe even more Bay Area artists, but like there's certain people that just kick it in LA that don't kick it in the Bay, and if
Right.
they're in the Bay, they're not out there on no promo shit. They either on a tour or
Yeah.
they're out there doing whatever else they got to do, and they leaving.
Or or connecting on the flight or some shit. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so
Man.
it's just like that's always been a big thing. But like when I go back to the Bay, like I try to interview as many Bay artists as I can because
Yeah.
so the thing about it at first was like being in LA was cool because sometimes the Bay Area cats had never even been down to LA or they never had no reason to come. So I
Yeah.
was being there. I was that reason for them to come and network out here. Now I
Right.
feel like it's changed because I started back in like 2018 for real. So a lot has changed over the 6 years. I don't think I started my YouTube till like 2019 or 20, probably 2019. But yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of shit has changed. There's a lot more platforms now.
Yep.
Um, y'all been around for a long time, so
Yeah.
you, you probably feel that way even more than me.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Go
It's a
ahead.
lot of platforms. There's people always new platforms popping up,
Always, man.
and
Always.
and
I'm
it's
just. It's crazy. I'm surprised how like how you said I have been out with the platform for quite some time, but I've seen the Bay just change with the platforms and stuff, bro. Like even with from us to now these little blog sites to now people just trying to do their own little YouTube channels, try to make it work. But bro, it takes a lot of work. You feel me?
nah, for sure. It's a daunting task, and I feel like a lot of times it can be discouraging. You could not be
Yeah.
making no money off this shit. Like it's a lot of things that go into it, but I feel like just in general, um, I would say that it's good for us to have as many platforms as possible. But I feel like I want to see the Bay Area take the next step. So like
Yeah.
Like me and you collabing now, I feel like that's what we need more of. We need more unity amongst the platforms because
Hell
at
yeah.
the end of the day, everybody might want to be the biggest, and everybody wants. But what I've noticed of being in LA specifically is that
Yeah.
there's space for everyone to be a
Hell
big
yeah.
dog. You feel me? Like everybody can be a big dog. When these
Yeah.
artists come out here doing the interviews, they're gonna do it with you, they're gonna do it with me, they're doing it with
Yeah.
them, they're doing it with
Yeah.
them, they're gonna do
Yeah.
a whole tour. So like it's just about making your interview special to you and your platform. But like I'm not gonna knock the next person because they're about to do an interview. Like
Nah.
that's what we both do. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I'm
Do it.
down, man. I'm excited about it. Like I said, like I told you before we jumped on live, and man, I'm excited and happy that we were able to connect. You know what I mean? Especially when you were inviting of it too. You feel me? Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's connect. Let's make it work. That means a lot. You feel me? Because we have to make those changes in order to let the others see it and say, oh, actually, we can make that work. I think where if no one really sees it happening, they won't make it. They won't believe that it could happen. Does that make sense? I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I'm like you said, I'm happy that we did this, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can continue doing some more different shit. Like how you said, if you are having someone reach out to you, man, what about the compass too? You should jump on that one because always sometimes artists always say, what else can I do to help me grow
Nah,
out
for
here?
sure. Nah, for sure. I think that's
Yeah,
it is like even putting it out like just anything can help. Like I feel like more unity amongst the platforms
yeah,
and like that's just what I want to see now, just moving forward. Because it's like it's not. I realize that it's just not always about like with the interview shit. I just realized the artists are going to all the platforms, so there's no reason to. I mean, there's still be some people that you might get that I don't get, and vice
yeah.
versa. But like when someone is coming, like say somebody come to the Bay and they try to do promo, they're gonna go do everybody they can.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the smart thing to do too. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Especially dropping music and shit. Even though the industry's changed a lot, bro. You still got to get it out there. More eyes,
no,
the
for
merrier.
sure.
Yeah,
No, definitely.
yeah. What about what do you see your vision as far as like right now? Like what do you see or what do you want the innovators as um, to kick off?
Right now, I just want to continue to find dope people to interview. I do want to get more into different type. My goal is to get. I'm trying to open up my own studio out here,
Okay.
so that's what I'm kind of focused on right now and raising the money for that because that would be like a hub for me to be like have my own space to because I mean I've always rented my studio so
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's it's like I don't want to bring people to my house. I don't want all these people knowing where I
Uh,
live.
hell no.
But
Nah.
at the same time, it's like I do want a place can be like, oh yo, I'm at the stu. Come pull up over
Yeah.
here, play some music,
Yeah.
record. We can film an interview here. I think my
Yeah.
biggest something that I feel like has been a big focus of mine throughout the whole time of me doing interviews is that I don't want to depend on. I don't want to be in a position where I have to depend on people too much. So like
Yeah.
that was a thing that was I think fucking me up a lot when I was first starting out. It was always like I got this person ready to do an interview today, but
Yeah.
the camera guy is busy, or I got this person to film today, but the studio's booked. Those
Damn.
are things that I don't want to deal with ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so just by having my own studio, because I film everything myself, so having
Damn.
my own studio would just be like the icing on the cake for me, because I'll
You
be
can
able
just
to
leave.
really
You can have your stuff just posted there ready.
exactly yeah. Come to the studio. I'm here. Like those. That's the type of like status I want to have. Just the complete free will to film whenever. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm focused on right now. Still filming a lot of content, but I feel like recently I just felt like I want my interviews to be meaningful. So I haven't been filming as many, but the people that I am giving to the
Yeah.
fans are
Yeah.
quality interviews.
Yeah. That's for sure though. I think overall your interviews are dope, bro. Like you touch on a lot of subjects, bro. Not only on the artist and what they're doing, but like even things that people didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationships with others, like even with you, like them knowing you from whatever happened in the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
From the whatever, but it's still
yeah.
dope to
Now that'd be the funniest part. 'Cause, like some people, you have a real relationship with them, and like people don't always know, but I feel like sometimes they can tell like by their energy on camera, or they can feel like,
Yeah,
damn, I never really seen them this cool with anybody they're doing an interview with. They usually kind of be standoffish, but like a
yeah,
lot of times it takes, I would say it takes actually trying to. I mean, you know how like a lot of times artists, I feel like they're taken advantage of, and people are trying to use them. So like
yeah,
when they were able to just step back from everything, and they're like, okay, he's not even trying to. Sometimes you meet up with people that do content, they just have a camera in your face the whole time.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And I've never been like that. Even if I'm vlogging, I've never like tried to like I film when necessary, but like I'm not always just camera.
No,
'Cause I'm like nobody. I just know nobody wants to be in that
see,
type
like,
of environment all at the
yeah,
whole time.
like the DJ Vlad interviews where the camera's just on the guy's chin, and you're like talking, and you're like, what? Like, what? I see you got that setup in the back and got your sign, but zoom out a little bit. I mean, they don't have it on their chin, but you're right. They're right up on
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
But that's what I really enjoyed about your interviews because it's not. It's kind of weird to say. It's not an actual shot of. It's just like a regular shot. Like you're using like a wide angle view. It looks
yeah,
like, and it's like they're not just the artists. It's just a little bit of something else going on right here in the section, but it's a wide view, and it's actually a dope concept, I think, because you're not really putting stress on the artist. You know what I'm saying? They're chill, they're laid back. Sometimes Filthy has another artist, or there's two people there.
yeah.
See,
And
that's
which it just makes them more comfortable because sometimes people don't like sitting there by themselves. It depends
yeah,
on the mood they in. Sometimes you get
yeah,
people that like, yeah, everybody stay out there. I'm gonna do this by myself.
yeah, yeah,
I actually prefer an artist to be there by themselves
yeah,
because I feel like how do I want to say this? I feel like depending on who's in the room will
yeah.
affect how they answer questions.
That's true.
So if it's their friend, it's their kid, their son in there, their
Yeah,
baby mama, their
yeah,
girlfriend,
yeah.
like whoever, like it's gonna impact how they answer. Now, when
True.
they're in there by themselves, I feel like you get the purest form of them because they're not really worried about what anyone else. Because people are always looking at people's facial reactions.
Yeah,
So
that's
they're like,
true.
did I say something that homie look weird? They're like, why you look like that?
Pause the cameras. Pause the cameras.
Yeah, like, hold on, like, what's up? Like, I'm like, damn, like, I just like no distraction, like, just complete focus.
That's true. That's true, man. And when with you speaking on getting your own spot, man, that says a lot, especially out here in California, man. Because things like people don't understand, even commercial spaces, even if it's a room, bro, like that stuff is crazy expensive. Even to negotiate a commercial space nowadays is like I give props to Fab, man, and what he's doing to secure his locations on even just whatever he's got going on with the club, the dope air store, and even now that museum spot. You feel me? Like it takes a lot, bro. And
Not super hard. It's the commercial. That's a whole different game. It ain't like no apartment, but like LA to me has the only thing that LA has that I don't. Well, I've seen some spots like this in the Bay. There's a lot of like lockout studios that might not.
yeah,
It just depends how. It might. It is. The real price is. Are you getting the right price for the space you're getting? Because
yeah,
if you just getting 300 square feet for
that's
$800, I'm like, come
yeah,
on now.
that's
I'm like, can I sleep in there too, or what? Because that's pretty much rent. Like,
right.
but it's just about finding the right spot, and that's been kind of my thing. Like, I'm always looking at different locations, but also like it's very to me, location is very important.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want my studio too far from where I live, so
yeah.
that's like another big thing for me too. Because it's like, in LA, sometimes it'd be a lot of traffic. It'd be hard to get places. So
Come on,
wherever
bro.
you gotta, I think that's like super important. But that's my goal for like the present. Like that's what something I want to do this year. Before this year is over. So
Yeah,
that's
man.
a big goal of mine.
Hopefully you can achieve that, bro, because that's huge, bro. Seriously, like you see where No Jumper went when how they started, bro. And now that where they're at, I think they have like a big ass warehouse, and it's like
Yeah, not
different.
for sure.
Yeah, that's
I
huge,
don't think
bro.
it's too far away from where I film at because people usually go from me to go over there, or they go from over there and come do an interview with me after.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you see YouTube as far as you as your channel going with the monetization stuff? Because a lot of people don't they tend to not ask stuff like that, but I seen the change now where before my channel was being monetized, but then they started hitting me with reused content stuff, and I'm like, all that content was sent to me. You feel me? Like I didn't reuse anyone else's stuff, but then look at other people, and they're like, but then they let you reuse people's shorts, but you can't monetize it. You feel me? Like it's kind of weird.
Um, that's a good question, actually. I would say, as far as like the interviews, it's changed a lot because at first you just had to like take out the
Cuss word.
cussing for about a minute, and that was
Yeah,
it. You'll be able to
yeah,
monetize the whole video. Now I tend to take all cussing out for about 5 to 6 minutes, depending on how long the video is. If it's like a
yeah,
2 hour video, I'll probably take out even a little bit more. So
yeah,
that's been my thing. But usually, what I don't know when that changed. I guess it was last year. But yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of my videos started to get demonetized.
yeah,
And I interviewed DDG, so he's like a big YouTuber. And I
yeah.
was asking him, I was like, "Have you ever posted a video that didn't get monetized?" And he was like, "Nah, I'll take that shit down immediately and figure out why and put it
Right.
back up." And I'm like, I was like, "Yeah," because I mean, I don't say I do that all the time. If I drop an interview and like I interviewed this dude from LA, X4, and his
Yeah,
interview was doing so well, great monetization, great RPM, like it's making great
yeah.
money, and then boom, it's demonetized. And I'm just like, what the
Why?
fuck? Like, and I
Yeah.
swear, I can admit that sometimes YouTube doesn't really give you a clear explanation on why.
Nah.
So it's just
Yeah.
like
It's weird,
it,
huh?
it's just like what the fuck. I like to know why and how I can fix it. You feel me? So
Yeah.
a lot of times I feel like you just don't be knowing. Like they'll give you a broad ass answer. They'll be like shot cussing in the first minute, and I'd be like, "There's no cussing for 5 minutes. So what the fuck are we talking about here?"
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't
That
even
what's
really
happening?
talk to somebody for real. That's why
Yeah.
my biggest goal, I want to get 100K at least, or however many you
Yeah.
can get to where you can have someone personally who you can figure some shit out with. Because
Do they have that, like your own little YouTube personal
for
like
sure,
office rep? I
I
didn't
feel
know
like No
that.
Jumper definitely got somebody like that, and I feel like all the big,
Yeah.
I know Mr. Beast definitely does for a fact.
Oh yeah, for real.
There's
Fuck.
definitely somebody he got a call away, like, hey, what's going on
Yeah.
with this? There's
Yeah.
people that I feel like when you're making YouTube a good amount of money, they start giving you like a
Yeah.
lot of respect. Like you're an
Yeah.
entity that they care about a lot. So,
I, damn,
but yeah,
that's
like for
that.
sure,
That would be dope.
nah, for sure, we need that in the future because a lot of times we don't get a good explanation, and it's
YouTube,
frustrating.
let us know. YouTube, let us know. Fuck,
Yeah,
Ray, let us know what's really going on.
nah, straight up.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask another fellow, you know what I'm saying, journalist to inquire about that. Because I seen it too. I mean, even with Little Blood now taking off with his stuff, man, I'm like, man, some of this shit's monetized and some of it don't even monetize. And I'm like, why not?
I
Monetize
don't
all of it.
see, and I don't think like Lil Blood is such like a legendary Bay rapper. Like I don't think he gives a fuck. I think he
Right.
just dropping the content because there's people that just love Little Blood. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's had an advantage getting into the media space that a lot of us haven't had. Like people already loved him. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
And
That's fact. He
I
got
feel
too
like
short.
yeah, like people already love Lil Blood, and I feel like that's something that you can't deny. Like people love Lil Blood, and Lil Blood was always to me destined to do this because he talks so well. Like
Yeah.
that's the first Little Blood is the first interview I did at my new studio that I film at now. So that was like
Yeah.
2020 with Little Blood. It did like 100,000 views, and I was telling him like, damn, people love when you speak.
Yeah. They do.
Like,
They pay attention for
so
sure.
it's like yeah, like Little Blood, legendary artist, and now he's coming into the media space. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I respect it for sure. For sure. Um, I just, I don't know if you paid attention to Instagram lately or not, but they just Selsky announced Ballhead Rick, R.I.P. Man.
For
Um,
real.
yeah,
R.I.P.
man,
No,
rest in peace
R.I.P.
for sure, bro. Like, they just announced it today, so I don't know how much of it is true, but Selsky did post a few pictures with tears of a little emoji with tears and stuff. So I'm assuming,
Damn.
and I got some personal tests because I mean even though I'm from the West Bay, you know what I'm saying, I'm connected with San Francisco, very short little drive, and a few of my personal friends know Ballhead too, so
Yeah,
there's a few pictures and all that. So man, rest in peace. I didn't just wanted to add that in there. You know what I mean?
my rest in peace for sure.
Yeah, my deepest condolences and stuff for Shirley. Um, but innovators, man, the future, the future, like you said, you want to get that spot. Um,
I want
and
to get the spot. I want to also get into throwing concerts.
oh, like throwing
Mhm.
concerts.
Yeah, that's my next goal. Throwing because it's like I met all these artists over the years. Well, like I feel like there has to be another level to the relationship, you know. So that's actually my plans for the future. Start
That's
throwing
dope.
shows and only using the artists who I've interviewed. So
Wow.
once we've
That,
interviewed, we can potentially collab on
yeah.
some business.
Hell yeah, man. I'm always open. I'm always open for for anything that's got going on for business, bro. Like, especially that'll could help each one of us, and especially others too. You know what I mean? And concerts. There's not really a lot of concerts that are going on that you have like just like Rolling Loud or, I think the last one that they had in the Bay Area. I forget what it was called. Was it Rolling Loud? Not the one
That
that
was
they
the
have at.
big one. That that
Yeah,
one at the and like the Oracle. Yeah,
Arc. Yeah. Oh, the Oracle. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that would be dope, man. If you think about it, they don't have them like the Wild 94.9s or the KMLs, the big shows that have hell artists.
yeah.
They don't, man. That's actually would be a.
The only problem with that right now is making sure that it's gonna be peaceful.
I
So
know.
that's a lot of work you got to do on the back end. But
Yeah.
if once you can handle that, everything will be
Yeah.
all good.
For real, man. And trying to think of like what else to ask, but I really don't have anything. You got any questions for me? Since you're a journalist, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, since you actively, I don't know if you know much about the compass or not, but I mean, I know you know that we've been around for quite some time. But
Yeah,
I
no.
mean,
How did y'all get everything started?
man, truthfully, bro, it started as a blog. I had a lot of friends that are artists in this industry, bro, and I just see the how everyone says a crab and bucket thing. Everyone's trying to get known, everyone's trying to get heard. Um, and I just started off with the blog spot, and then I started jumping off with YouTube. And then once I started jumping on the YouTube game, I just was trying to help everyone upload their music, bro. Then and I'm pretty digitally inclined, so I was like, just do this A, B, and C, and then you can upload your shit. Because I don't know if you feel the same, but a lot of people when it comes to YouTube, they're just like, I don't know how to put stuff on YouTube. Still till this day.
Yeah, no, facts.
Yeah, bro. So
They'd be more willing to just send you the video and move on from there.
right, bro. And then I'm like, I always try to educate people. I've always been the helping hand, bro. Like just trying to see better for us and just a better light. You feel me? Like, but that's the reason why I started it. And then I started realizing I was like, man, ain't no one out here doing this. Like they don't even know that this artist exists, and then this person doesn't exist, and then I'm like, what? And then just I think I had a talk with DB one time, and DB was like, yeah, no one out of California knows that this Bay artist is even part of even rapping. You know what I mean? And the whole main subject line was like, we need to get people exposed, like we need to
Yeah,
get more, and then the internet obviously helped with that, but that's the main reason why I started, and I just kept rocking with it, man, trying to learn as much as I can with the YouTube game, and it's still an issue
yeah.
just with the monetize and all that stuff. I'm like,
Are there any tricks or tips that you figured out with the YouTube stuff that work well for you?
for me, man, I've realized that keep making content, bro. That for me, that what do you mean like tips? Like what works best as far as getting subscribers? What works best on
Uh, Subscribers, viewership, like all that.
all of it? Yes, and it might sound silly, but just upload content like every day. I've noticed, bro. Like he keep hearing other people talk about it, like even Mr. Beast, bro. Like he uploads stuff for like hours. Some of his shows are like 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah,
I'm like, but then he chops it up, just like the Vlad TV interviews. They chop them up, put little segments, and he obviously says it too. Mr. Beast, he puts money behind his shows. for promotional purposes.
Yeah,
So some of the money that he gets, obviously, he's a different scale than us. But I'm saying like he puts money. Well, so I'm guessing when he first started, that dude put whatever he had behind that video just to promote it
yeah,
with the Google ads,
yeah,
YouTube ads. You know what I'm saying? And that helped him get up there because even now my kids watch Mr. Beast. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody probably watches Mr. Beast and all his shows and stuff,
yeah.
man. But if you could get up with the shorts, just make the same shorts off other people's. Because I dropped a YouTube video recently. I went live and just dropped it and I said, hey, artist from the Bay Area, activate your video as a short. Allow people to edit it and make it as a short on YouTube. But you'll be surprised, a lot of people don't. So it restricts them. You feel me? Like your videos, I don't know if you did it on purpose or it just automatically just did it for you, but you can make your videos into shorts. So BayAreaCompass could take your video, which I have in the past, and edit it as a short to make a little segment, and it shows up on my channel. But obviously, it shows that it's an innovator video, and people can go at the bottom of that video title, and it starts scrolling, and it says innovators interview with
Hmm.
DB in general, and then they can click it and watch the actual whole interview.
Yeah, oh, that's
So
tight.
yeah, so that there is just another stepping stone for me and you and everyone else that watches it. You feel me? So now let's just imagine if DB now drops a video and allows it to be shareable and edited as a short, and everybody can start sharing it. It's just a
Hmm.
different angle of things now, bro. And YouTube, like you said, like even this little live thing, YouTube is starting to realize that they're a freaking force even now, and they're allowing people to do this. So, and if you click on your video, you can see all the shorts that were created.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
It's, yeah, it's
I
a trip.
I didn't even know that, but I have seen some of my videos made in the shorts, but I just thought they were like ripping it. Like I didn't know how if they could take it
Yeah,
directly from YouTube. That's tight though.
yeah, and they're not. What it is, I'm not. No one's downloading it or changing it, because truthfully, YouTube got smart. They figured out that hey, you can actually people are making these little apps where you can just rip the video and then edit it and upload it, which is fine. They're allowing you to do that, but you have to make it your own. Like you have to post your video and face talking on it. But now they came up with the shorts where you literally on YouTube, the app, you can just hit short remix and then make a short out of it and then
That's
take
tight.
the little option that you want, like whatever you're talking about, which I always watch your shows, right? So I'm like, oh man, damn, that's a dope little question and answer. I'm gonna take it and make it a short, and then people will see it on my channel, but it still gives you credit. It doesn't take anything away from you. You
That's
know what I'm
tight.
saying? Yeah, that's
That's tight.
important, bro. Yeah, but if I can say anything that I would do to uplift other people's channels is make sure you guys allow edits and shorts because that's important now,
Nah,
really.
that's a good idea. I need to look into the shorts a little bit myself.
Hell yeah, bro. Man, just let me know if you need anything, bro, because I'm always available, man. You know what I'm saying? Now that I got you locked in anyway, so
Yeah,
but
nah, I appreciate that.
yeah, for real, bro. But nah, man, I'm not like it's a dope interview. I don't want to take any more. I wish I could talk for hours, bro. I could actually talk your ear off, for real, bro, because I'm one of those cats, right? But um, I don't want to keep extending this as hour and keep on going. I like to make them a certain time frame.
Mm.
Um, I am gonna end it probably in a few minutes, but anything else that you would like for us to know on this first interview?
Um, just stay locked in with me. New content coming soon.
Yeah,
New merch coming soon.
yeah,
Follow me on Instagram, Innovator510. That's pretty much it.
hell yeah, man, man, I'm so juiced. I can't wait for those that haven't watched this yet, to watch it on the channel. So the way it works, once it, and that's my boy right there, Raphael, right there, man. That kind of like,
Yeah, 87 baby. Yeah,
yeah,
I've seen him on your channel before.
yeah, yeah, man, yeah, man, and and just a little extension of it, man. Raphael's a dope cat, bro. Like he's an artist and also a dope ass journalist as well, man. So if I could say anything, try to, you know what I'm saying, reach out to people that want to get their name or whatever, like want to share content, you feel me? And allow it to get posted on YouTube, man. Cause if we all build out as one on the Bay Area, bro, it just can lead to additional looks and views towards this way. Cause like how you said in the past, bro, people are watching the Bay. You feel me? Like they're looking at these interviews, these topics, the music videos, and they're trying to figure out how to make it theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So bro, we always got that highlight when it comes to the Bay, bro. Definitely like how you say it, it's innovative.
Yeah.
The Bay is innovative for real.
Nah, straight up. Big time.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. But I'm juiced, man. Thank you though for taking your time, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. Definitely a dope interview.
Yeah,
I'm glad we can make this happen. Let's do it again.
for sure, man. All right, bro. It's a BayAreaCompass exclusive, bro. We're gonna catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.